Pep, I hope you're well. I just wanted to follow on from reports today about a possible new contract for John Stones. Where exactly is that at? Talked at an advanced stage, and just how deserving is John of that potential new contract?
I don't know. No comments. It's not my business. It's a cheeky Time and the agent from John.
The fact that we're talking about John like that, does that give an indication of just how big a turnaround there has been for him in regards to his form and the way he's performed for you over this season?
Yeah, he had a good moments during our period here, but obviously this season was the best season he had played with us because he had no injuries, he was stable, and that's why he made a really good season.
We've just spoken to Riyad. In the press conference, he said the Champions League is the thing that we are missing, but he also went on to say, in Europe, it is the best thing that you can play for. What does this competition mean to you now, Pep?
It's nice, like Premier League, like the important ones, and yeah, we are in last stages, semi-finals, and try to go to Paris to win the game.
Thank you, Vinny. Next we go to Simon Stone.
Hiya, Pep. Obviously, it's not your first semi-final, it's Manchester City's second. We're used to certain teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United, Liverpool, Bayern, being in these games. Is Manchester City and PSG a semi-final for now? These are two teams who are growing, who will be part of this elite in future years.
What means that is the second time, just the second time we are there. Of course, we are not in the elite in this competition, that's for sure. But we want to be there since our owners took over the club 1 decade ago, did make steps to improve in England, first of all, in the Premier Leagues, in the Cups, and we got in the last decade from the owners, but many players, many managers, so backroom staff, so got this position right now, and yeah, last years every time we play this competition, European competition, Champions League, and we are lucky to live right now where we are, and never before it's not the right word, but a few times I was incredible happy, like right now I am, to travel with this club to Paris to play a semi-final with the target, the objective to be ourselves and win the game, and after go to Crystal Palace to win one of the two games we need to be champion in the Premier League, the most important competition. I would say the Champions League is the nicest one, but the important one is the Premier League, and after next Tuesday, more than welcome PSG in Manchester to try to reach the final. This is the position, the feeling that I have right now.
Thank you, Simon. Ian Abrahams.
Hi Pep, how are you?
Good, Ian, and you?
Good. Congratulations on Sunday. I just wonder if you could tell us about, on Sunday we saw so much joy from you winning the League Cup on the pitch with your staff and your players. It was almost like the first trophy you'd ever won in your entire career, rather than the amount you have won. Can you just give us an idea of what winning the Champions League would mean to you, having seen how much winning the League Cup meant to you on Sunday?
Every time you get older, you realize how difficult it is to win the titles. It's so effort behind, and it's behind the scenes. If you start the next season and say, okay, you have to win one title, it doesn't matter which one. You said, oh my God, how difficult it would be. And of course, it's not the more important title, the Carabao Cup, but once we are there, it was incredible happy that moment. It's not much time to enjoy. It's the same like we won quarterfinals finally and get the semi-final against Dortmund. We didn't have just one night to enjoy it because the day after we have in 2 days semi-final FA Cup against Chelsea. And when we travel back to Manchester after the game against Tottenham, so it's just in our minds it's just PSG. So no chance. So and now I'm not thinking at all to win or not win the Champions League. It's just to win tomorrow. So I said to the players, so travel there to be ourselves and win the game. We have to win the game, and that is the idea. We travel there.
Thank you, Ian. Mike Minay, UFC Manchester.
Hi, Pep. I think there's only a handful of players, 3 or 4 players that played in 2016 in the semi-final. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage?
It's a long time ago. It was another 2 players, I think, it's Benjamin and when Benja was injured. Bernardo played semi-finals when it was he was in Monaco against Juventus. And I don't think the other ones play these stages in these competitions. Most of them is the first time. That's why we don't have to think much about that. So many players play a lot of times, and after they made a bad performance, and the guys have not been there never and made a good performance. So what you have to do is focus in the game, the strength that they have, the weakness points that they have, and try to win the game. We travel with this idea. No more than that.
How is the squad as well? How is the squad looking injury-wise? Everyone fit?
Everyone is fit and ready and happy. I think all the players, all of us, only as a manager on this club and in charge of this players, the Barguma staff is grateful to give us all ourselves this opportunity to be in there. So when a club is normal every year, like I don't know, Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, the elite players, that teams that they have many Champions League in their cabin. So sometimes it's a normality to play these positions. For ourselves, it's something new, and that's why we are incredibly grateful to live it. And we were looking for this group of players many years, to be here, and for us it's incredible. It's like something new, first time, and it's so nice. So nice to go to Paris with all of us, all these kind of people.
Thank you, Mike. Paul Ballos. Hi, Paul.
Hi, buona tarda, Pep. We've seen in the past teams like, for example, the Spanish national team, that when they overcame that mental wall that they had, for example, like in quarterfinals of a competition, that moment was a breakthrough for them, to play more free without this kind of mental pressure. Is it something that you can relate to your Man City team playing these semi-finals now, or something that can benefit your Man City?
No, break the quarterfinal doesn't mean it's going to help you to reach the final. You reach the final is you will do good games. First of all, the first one. So I assure you. So when of course it was a relief when we got the semi-finals, because now next season, we are going to play this competition because we are already qualified for what we have done in the Premier League. So it's the fact to say, okay, we arrived there, we are able to do it. And sometimes it's important, but they don't give you the chance to reach the final or win the final. So I'm not thinking for 1 second about the results. I know exactly what you have to do, but it's just in the second leg. So it's just one game at a time. We go there, try to win that game. Like we have done many times this season, is win that game. It doesn't matter result, it doesn't matter goals, for, against, is win that game. And we're going to try when they come back here to win that game. Don't think much of that. And I know exactly what I'm going to tell them, the strategy we wanna do to try to do it.
Thank you, Paul. Next we go to Jack Gorn.
Hi, Pat. I know that PSG have got loads of players that can affect the game and change a game. With Neymar's unbelievable talent, very unpredictable. Play off the left, play through the middle. How much do you as a manager relish preparing for these tactical battles and trying to keep someone like that quiet?
Always I believe the quality of these players, the amount of quality of the players, they are not defensive strategies to stop them. They are too much good. I tried to sleep well this last night and I slept well when I was not thinking on them. That is the reality. So they are incredible, top players. That's why I'm playing that team and the quality they have. So, and hopefully they can play and do a good. We're going to try to stop them, and the way we're going to do, defend well all together as a team, and play good football as a team, and try to score goals. So will not be a surprise. So of course we have to adjust something. So when you play against that players a little bit, but in the same times just try to, we'll have no sense what we fought arriving in his stage for many years, just second time in our history. This group of players, 4 or 5 years, we are doing it will be not sense. Now don't be who we are. So of course you have to adjust something, like we adjust against Tottenham, for example, like we are going to adjust against Crystal Palace next game. So this is normal, but try to impose or to be what we have done these 5 years together, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to try to be ourselves and get the result that we need for the second leg.
Mike McGrath.
Hi Pep.
Hi.
Is that the balance for a coach, where you got to balance your own attacking philosophy, but you're also playing against some of the best players in the world? Is it almost impossible to dominate a game for 180 minutes? You have to adapt to what they do.
Mike, the best balance is have the ball. If you had the ball all the time, the balance, the team is already there. It's the only way. It's the only way. We are going to concede counterattacks. We are going to concede chances from PSG. It's impossible. Because if you defend so deep, they have the quality, not just Mbappe, Neymar, or Di Maria's incredible player, Berratti, how extraordinary it is, and Paredes, and the physicality they have, the personality, especially for Marquinhos. So the good keeper. So they have a lot of weapons. So they are used in the French league to play against teams that they set back 90 minutes, and they have to find the resources to attack in that. And when you play against teams like Bayern Munich and they attack, and then they can kill you as a counter-attack. So they are not the best way to defend against that teams, because they have everything. And the only way to minimize these kind of things is impose your game. Like we have built since 5 years ago when we arrived, to say, okay, we're going to try to do it and in the best way. Because of course Lyon, they beat us in the counter-attack, and the 2-3 mistakes were done. But we try to impose our game. Sometimes it's not possible. So, and I learned, maybe from my experience in this competition, that as much you are close in the last stages who you are, more chance you are to get through. When you are thinking much about the opponents, about they do, and because they are so good. But it's good Madrid as well, and Chelsea, we saw it. And just in case Bayern Munich were there the same, or Barcelona, imagine now Barcelona and the incredible top form they are, face them right now. So it will be difficult. In these stages, you don't find opponents that don't have real skills. We faced Dortmund, like Haaland is incredible top striker and a good people up front with Royce. Unfortunately, Jadon Sancho didn't play Borussia Dortmund. So every team has the skills, but they know the opponents that you have to. In these kind of games, he imposed better to the opponent and our fight, not our way. I think the way we enjoy to play, or the way we like to do it, is have the ball. And when you have the ball and you use it in the right moments, in the right position, the players, the team is balanced. The team is not because you are more physical, you defend more, or you defend more deeper, you defend more. That, for me, my point of view, this is not true. It's the way you play with the ball. Is like you create the stability in the team. And that is going to try to do it tomorrow.
Thank you, Mike. Ian Ladyman.
Hi, Pat. Two questions, if that's okay. The first one is you were talking about Neymar and about how if you think too much about that, then you won't sleep. Well, in the two games that PSG played at home to Barcelona and at home to Bayern, they came through both times, but they conceded a lot of chances to Barcelona, especially in the first half. Barcelona probably could have scored 4 or 5 times, and they conceded chances to Bayern also. Surely, if you do want to sleep tonight, then maybe if you have a bit of a think about that, then that might encourage you a little.
Ian, sorry, maybe I understand. Are you talking when I was with Bayern and faced Barcelona?
No, sorry.
Sorry.
The PSG games recently.
With Bayern this year. Okay, sorry.
And against Barcelona in Paris. Barcelona had a lot of chances.
Sorry.
A lot of chances.
Yeah, but you know, when you play with the result 1-4, the second leg, you are relaxed, you have nothing to lose, and that's why you are more going there. So, like all the managers, we want Ian, so we want to create a lot of concede few, but sometimes it's not possible. So we know we are going to suffer in both games, and they are going to have chance. Only we want is what we can do to create our chance too. So I know the weapons they have up front. So every single person who loves football, manager, football player, journalists, pundits, everybody knows the quality they have. So we are not going to deny. So, but in the same time, we are in the semi-final of the Champions League. We can expect we're going to play in low average players. Of course not. But I think PSG is not just the two players that of course make the difference. There are many other situations. And we have to know them, and we have to talk about them, and we have to try to them. But in the same time, so I'm going to play 90 minutes thinking about how good is this player or the other one, or try to do what we want to do. And I learned from Johan Cruyff. So when you arrive at the last stages, only one thing you cannot do is enjoy the game. And enjoy being the responsibility, the pressure, enjoy the pressure, enjoy the responsibility, enjoy the fact that maybe you are not living more this kind of situation. That is the elite. And the top players enjoy these situations because they take responsibility. And that's why the greatest win these competitions, the greatest clubs win these competitions, because they play this competition as a friendly game. In all sports. And that is what I want to see in my team, and that is going to try to do it.
When, I presume Cruyff told you that when you were at Barcelona?
Sorry?
I presume Cruyff told you that when you were at Barcelona?
Well, the mythical sentence just 1 minute before to go to Wembley and play our first final, the Champions League that we won in '92 against Sampdoria. The first one, it was get out and enjoy. But I know that is not the sentence I'm going to say to the players. I'm not Johan Cruyff and I don't want to see it. I'm not going to tell them. Absolutely not. So, but there is a moment enjoying the fact that enjoy today the travel, you know, the coffee you're going to take in the terminal, in the airport, the hotel, the night in the hotel, tonight our dinner together, watching the other semi-final, enjoying right now the press conference. And tomorrow, you know, enjoy the hotel, the walk, if you're training, all the process. It's not about the moment you're going to play. We are in privileged to be one of the best 4 teams in Europe this season, and it must be enjoyed today, the training and everything. And this is what I would love to see in my players, in the backroom staff and everyone, because we know how tough, how struggle, how difficult it is to be here. And that's why Johan Cruyff and the idea was like this. So guys, once we arrive in the final of the Champions League, it's not the reason why to, you know, to be worried or to be sad or to be too much concerned what is going to happen in the future, just in case we don't lose. If we don't lose, we don't lose. Tomorrow we're going to try again, next season back again. So once we arrive in these stages, you are nervous because you are thinking about the consequences. You are not thinking in the joy to play this game and what you have to do to beat them, the pleasure to beat them, to try to face them and say, okay, you are good, we are good too, let's go, let's to try if we can do it. This is the mindset that the greatest teams, the greatest athletes in all sports, they have. And if we want to make this statement, like we have done during many years in this club in England, we did it already in Champions League, getting the semi-finals, and trying to do it the next one.
Thank you, Ian. Fred Caldera.
Hi, Pep. The first time you faced Neymar was on the 2011 World Club Cup. He was playing for Santos back then. He was at 19 years of age and already one of the most promising young players in football. Do you think that now, almost 10 years later, has he developed to be the player that you personally expected him to be?
I remember when I showed Santos in that moment, I showed some clips, 10 or 15 clips on action from Neymar, and I remember I told him, this is the king of Santos, and all the players was the you know, the mouth open, say, oh my God, what a player. And it's a joy to watch. As a spectator, I enjoy it a lot every time. It's nice to watch his plasticity, but not just the effectiveness, the personality. He has in his shoulders Brazil, you know, number 10 from Brazil is not easy to wear. And I'm pretty sure if Neymar would have a stay in Barcelona, Barcelona would have win 2 or 3 Champions League more. With a couple or 3 guys I faced them with Barcelona, with Luis Enrique, with Neymar, Messi, Luis Suarez. That was the best 3 unstoppable guys I ever seen up front in my life. And I'm pretty sure he will stay. They want to achieve more in that situation. But he decided to go to Paris. Like, I would say it's not a bad decision. Because it looks like a nice city, and looks like a nice club and everything. I've not been there, but it looks like from outside. And what I want is he can have stability, not injuries again. He can play regularly, in the regular way. In the last years, for many reasons, could not do it. But I'm a big admirer, because I think he helps to make our football better. And it's a pleasure for me, for us to play semi-finals against PSG, against them, and I'm pretty sure we're going to try to beat them.
Thank you, Fred. Simon Bashkowski.
Hi, Pep. Kylian Mbappe is another player you've enjoyed watching for a while. How do you think he's developed at PSG, and what is it particularly about his game that you like so much?
No, another top player. So young player. He will have the world football ahead of him in the next years. He's already champion in French World Cup, so quite similar Haaland in terms of, oh my God, how many goals he score, how pace, how fast it is. So yeah, exceptional player, and looks like a nice guy. Mendy is his friend. Always tell me he's an exceptional person. So another player like Neymar is good for a football. They can play and do a good performance. But we're going to try to beat them, both of them and all of them.
Paul Hurst.
Hi, you seem incredibly relaxed at the moment, considering there's kind of a big match going on there. Do you sense that in your players as well, that they are actually quite relaxed and will enjoy the match, enjoy the preparations?
Always it happened in my career in this competition when I arrived at session semi-finals, and always I was more calm than other competitions at that moment. I don't know why, but I have the sense of the work well done already, and I see the team so happy in the right moment for the tension, the responsibility, but in the same moment to say, okay, we're going to try to do a good game, to do a first good game. I had that feeling, but in this competition you arrive and when the qualities you can win or lose, so you never know. But I think I have a good mood, a good situation.
Dave McDonald.
Hi Pep, you mentioned Mbappe just now. I mean, there's obviously a parallel there with Phil Foden, 2 of the most exciting young players in Europe. Obviously Phil's at a different stage in his development, but the way he's matured this season, Phil, the way he's growing in influence, can he have the belief that he can be at the same level as a player like Mbappe and belong at this stage?
Yeah, they play in different positions. So both are a young, incredible talent, skills players. So no doubt about that. So everyone his own career they are completely different, quality positions. It's difficult to compare, players. So this is just important is that of course I'm pretty sure PSG is so happy to have Mbappe with them, and you cannot imagine, David, how incredible happy we are that have Phil, like grew up in the academy, like he's a Man City supporter, and he's already a player, like he's a status already here, national team. So, and it just because he won that on the grass. So you don't know me, but I don't give presents to the players when they don't deserve it. I'm not here just to be Man City fan. You are going to play. So he's playing lately, or he's playing in a good level. He's playing lately because he's playing a good level, and this is the only reason.
Last question in English before we take a couple in French from John Murray.
Hi Pep, you know what you say there about as you get older you appreciate it more, and everything you've said about enjoying this sort of moment. When you get older, do you have those thoughts about, well, I don't know how many more of these there might be, and perhaps the pandemic over the course of the last year has taught us there are no guarantees, are there?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe it's every title is special. What we won together here in Munich, in Barcelona. We won for many reasons. We are just the face to the media. You know, it looks like we are the responsible of that, but how many work are behind the scenes and people working? A players the first ones. That is the reason why we wanted. But this season, especially this season, is something special for all of us and make me feel special. What these players has done, everyone is more remarkable. So we are 2 victories away in this. Like this year is difficult for everyone. For you, John, for your family, for every families around the world. It was so difficult. You know, we lost part of the families, members of the families, everyone. So friends. So it's difficult. And being so consistent in that season means how grateful we are. But of course, it's not finished. So we need 2 titles still to fight. One we are close. It depends on us. And tomorrow we start a dream. What I want is just, if you tell me one of desire, what we want, I don't want to win tomorrow. I don't want to go to the final. I want to be ourselves in the way we play. That is my wish, my dream for tomorrow. And it's happened after the players, the quality, they will decide, not the manager, no Mauricio, no myself. So this is the point.
Okay, we'll take a couple of questions in French. We'll start with Alexandre Berthaud.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Du côté du Paris Saint-Germain, c'est la...
You'll be receiving it in English.
I don't listen, Simon. Sorry, Alexander, sorry. The translator, I don't listen. You have to speak louder.
Can you turn it up?
So I was saying, the second agreement sensitive as to whether or not Marquinhos is going to play tomorrow. So we're not sure if Marquinhos is going to play tomorrow. Does that change anything for you if Marquinhos plays? Obviously, it changes something for PSG. I mean, will it change the way in which you play if Marquinhos plays or doesn't play?
He's going to play. Marquinhos is going to play. He's not going to miss this game. I'm pretty sure of that. And I want he play.
Okay, thank you. Next we go to Damien Degore.
Bonjour Pep, vous m'entendez?
Hi Pep, can you
Vous entendez? Yeah.
Hi. I've heard you repeat on more than one occasion that you're going to have to be yourselves tomorrow at the back of the month. You have to be yourselves, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Bayern has had 75% of possession during the first game. Et finalement a perdu. Est-ce que finalement c'est possible?
75% of possession, but they still lost. Can you really be yourself against Paris Saint-Germain? Can you really be yourselves?
Okay, like they lost. It was a bad strategy. Like they have a 30 shoots on target and they lost, and in PSG they have 4 or 5 and they win. So, your football is the only game unpredictable. So, you can have more chances and you can lose. You have better statistics and you can lose. But that's why football is fantastic. So listen, we're going to try to do our game, knowing that sometimes it's not possible because PSG is a fantastic team. And can happen, but know what would happen. So the important thing about that game, the PSG Bayern Munich, is the game was so good, And do you know what's so good? And you enjoy it as well, is because Bayern Munich tried to attack and PSG tried to attack. And what that's happened, the football is nice. And I think tomorrow is going to happen the same. We have to be cautious in some department. Maybe we're not going to do what normally we do. We have to protect more, or maybe not. So I don't know. So the football sometimes dictates their own way and their own strategy more than the manager wanted to do. But if you tell me that Bayern Munich shoot 30, I don't know, shoots on target and they lost, they don't have to shoot 30 shoots to win the game, I'm sorry, but I'm not agree with you.
Okay, question from Benjamin Juarez.
Bonjour Pep.
Hello Pep.
Bonjour.
You've won about 70% of your matches when Kevin De Bruyne was in the starting 11. Can you tell us something about his influence on the team? And is he the best midfielder in Europe for you, Kevin, at the moment?
What can I say about Kevin? The influence is so important for us. Of course it is. Of course it's so important. Unfortunately, some periods of the season was injured, but we solve it with another players, and tomorrow is the same. We're going to do it all together.
Thank you. Last question then is from Dominic Faure.
Vous n'avez encaissé que 3 buts cette saison en Ligue des Champions. Est-ce que c'est juste une question de qualité défensive ou de contrôle de la balle que vous avez encore amélioré?
Contrôle de la balle. My French is super. Extraordinaire. Contrôle de la balle, yeah.
C'est ce que disait Renan De Nouex, l'ancien coach français de la Real Sociedad.
We are not good. We are not good about defensive departments. We are not the best team. So we are good with the ball. And without the ball, we run, all of us. That's for sure. So our strength points defensively is because 11 players run a lot. And tomorrow, unfortunately for us, we will have to run more and more, because PSG is so strong, and that's why we will have to run a lot, but we will try to let them run as much as possible.